quickly done well, I say quickly, spent a little bit of time, but not a lot of time. Not as much as I could have done, but got it to a point where it's decent. Um, Comments of I only do females. When I don't, I've actually got quite a few males. But I've done a male body, so it's like here, I'll give you a quick view of it. It doesn't have his junk. The feet are not complete. They're sort of hinting at his feet there, and there's no head. But that's the body. It's relatively poke-free. Like there's obviously still, like when you go sideways, you can see the top of the leg poke through the hip and stuff. But when it comes to bodies, it's pretty good poke-wise. If you don't want to use that and you want to make your own body, which I recommend, then there's the guide, because that is made from this. So if you come into here, it's made from the guide. So if you click on the guide, it goes to there. Then if you go to view, this is the guide I made it from. I created this to help people make the bodies. If, for example, you want to create yourself a male or a female or whatever, and you want to know roughly where certain things have got to go, and you want the joins to align, that's what this is about. If I go into edit, all these big balls here, like that one, there's one just in there, there's one just in there, there's one there. You can see them, they're clear as day. They're ball joints. There's ankles and there's wrists. Then I've placed in the cylinders here for the hinges. Technically it's just the elbows and the knees. They're all relatively well aligned, so like when they bend, you don't get any mass poke through. So if you're sculpting and you keep it within that, you'll be good. And the lumps that you can see here are kind of guides on where the mass is. So like chest muscles, pectorals, abdomen, the hip joints, pelvic bone, buttocks, thighs, shins, forearms, all that sort of stuff. Kind of place in roughly the right spot so that you can go, okay, I just build upon that. My recommendation when you're using this is to grab it, go in, just grab the clone tool and just use that and move it around. That's how I created the other one, the male character. There was a couple of times I've added an extra thing to it or whatever, but generally speaking, that body there, you should be able to sculpt on top of that, cut away whatever you need to, using that as a guide, and you should get yourself a relatively good, at minimal effort, body shape. Now obviously for males and females, you'd change things like the width from there to there would be narrower for a woman, and there to there would be wider for a woman, and vice versa for a male. So and if you want to make it muscular, obviously these areas would be beefed out. That one, that, the pecs, maybe a little bit on the abs. Now, again, it's public. If I back out, it's remixable, which means that if you want to use it to create whatever you want to create, it's your prerogative. This one here, again, it's remixable. So if you want to come, it's got no head, so you got to place your own head on it. But if I come in, the sizing, everything like that, it's all 99% correct. Now obviously if you're a skinnier person or a fatter person or whatever, you might have to do your own little adjustments. But this is pretty much, you can hopefully, if I back out for example and go to remix, you should be able to grab this puppet here, and if you want to use it as your puppet, just get yourself let's grab publicly. We'll go head. So all this should be searching for now. That's something either called head or tagged as head. So look, we've got that sculpt there. Now Mario. Let's grab a Mario head. It's going to be massive, isn't it? Yep. So my suggestion is when you get the heads, always make sure that it's not movable on the overall sculpt. And then if you go in and grab individual parts, just make sure it's not collidable. That's all you really have to do. Ideally, you want the density and everything turned down. I'm not going to worry about any of that just for this showcase here, but I'm just going to place this behind the head, scope into just the head is sharp, scale it to the size I want. Yeah, it's about the right size. Then I can use this, place it so it's like that. Let's center it. Looks good to me. So there you go. I just gave Mario a body. My only stipulation when you use it is if you create something out of it, if you're in any way going to release it and all that, just share it with me. Tag me in it or something like that. Say like, dude, look what I made with it and all that, so I can have a look. Because I'm interested in seeing what other people do with it. Because let's face it, when I go through the thing and it's all a load of BS, like a load of crap people are making, and they could be making something better, and they're just like, I don't know, cloning stuff that's already made. It's like, I would love to see something that's a better creation. So let's just do that. And he's got a red. Actually, if I go blue, then go red. I'm just quickly whipping one up so you can see what I mean. Let's do. There's no incorrect. About to there. Okay, there we go. There's a Mario. Yeah, so if you do, for example, what I've just done now, when you save it, just label it as thanks so and so for the head. So I would turn around and thank whoever I got the head from when I save it, and then at any point you feel like, oh yeah, I might release it, then like I can see it'll pop out like someone's congratulations, so and so used your creation. So I can look and see what you've done with it. But I just like when people are I don't want to say they're proud, but happy they've made an improvement and they go sharing it. I like that idea. I don't like when people are just sharing crap that they've recolored. But if you've created something out of it, if you make a game out of it, like by all means, like share it. But that's what this stream was about. The male body I made, it's available, it's remixable, free to use. All my creations that are remixable are free to use. Just look for the little recycle symbol. So there's the actual full body figure. This is more for people who aren't comfortable with the sculpting and stuff like that. But my recommendation, use that and make your own body, and then share that with me, because that's what I want to see. I want to see what people can make out of this, kind of like a challenge. So I'm going to call the stream here, guys. If you feel like you want to give Dreams a go, I believe there is a demo on the PlayStation Store, and it's not it's not a full price game. It's a little bit cheaper than the full price. It is worth it, even if you're not a creator. If you're just a player, get it. It's worth it. It's technically, in my opinion, it's the only thing on the PlayStation right now that is PlayStation exclusive that is worth getting. People are gonna hate me saying this, but God of War, don't care. Spider-Man, don't care. All this other crap, don't care. They're average games at best. They're games that you can play Spider-Man. Sunset Overdrive is just as good. Yeah, you don't fling webs, but it's the same. It's made by the same people, and it's the same sort of gameplay. So it's like, don't care. This is like Minecraft on steroids. So yeah, that's all it was about. Male figure or body sculpting guide. Those are the two that I put up. That's my personal one. It's anatomically correct. If you know, you can just make it out. Actually, if I do that, you better see it. There you go. Oh, and I leveled up. So I'm out here, guys. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all next time.